Listen to this video. Make sure you listen to this video. Comment and share this video.
My heart has been quite heavy. Around January 2020, there was a promising young man. At some point, he said he was about to get married. The week of his wedding, he was stabbed. They took him to the hospital, and the doctors said that they were not going to treat him without police report. He struggled with his life for over 3 hours, and they were looking at him till he died. And he was buried on the Saturday that ought to be his wedding day. Last year, there was another incident of a very promising young woman here in the city of Abuja. She took a bus, call it One Chance, and in the course of collecting all her belongings, they stabbed her and they took her to the hospital. I got the video. She was on the floor in the hospital, and the doctors were saying, we can't treat you without police report till she. Now, when these and many more happens to people, they say Nigeria has happened to them. In each of these two cases, if any one of these people have people in power and call, they will treat them. We don't want to have a nation that only works for the high and mighty. We want Nigeria for Nigerians. There are young people, some in churches across board, whose lives might be wasted this week because they want a better country. And some who might not even step out of their houses. And when Nigeria happens to you, they say it is 3 bullets. If there's a way our voice can be heard, we just want a country that works. And I want to beg, if we can beg the president, speak, talk to the people. People just want a better life. We just want to survive, and it is not too much to ask for. When my wife was going to give birth to her first daughter, we took her to the hospital. You need to see how the nurses sat down carelessly, and I had to scream, stand up, that's what you are paid for, and attend to us. And they came lazing themselves. And then the doctor came out. He said, hey, Pastor Lazarus, it's Pastor Lazarus. And all the doctors came out. Oh, Pastor Lazarus, oh, we are sorry. What is the fate of the common man? That is not the government. That is our people. The government is not the only problem. The nurses that won't attend to people, they are not the government. They are the people. So when you agitate for a better nation, tell yourselves the truth. Don't just bow to names. Have humanity at that. What we have today, it is Nigeria by Nigerians, and it can stop with you and I. People are dying, and we say it is the will of God. No, it's not. And for those of you who believe that you are too rich for Nigeria to happen to you, I tell you, you lie. It doesn't matter how rich you are. The state of the nation can become your fate. We pray for Nigeria, and we do what is right as citizens. It is easy to criticize the leadership, but understand that we are also leaders, and we can also do better. The boss who is not paying people their salaries because he wants to show them he's the boss also wants to protest. Your own government is failing. The lecturer who is trying to sleep with girls before they can pass also wants to protest. Your own government too is failing. All of us should do what is right. God bless you.
And then Jesus said, remove the stone. And when they removed the stone, now Jesus prayed. Listen, only Jesus prayed. Martha and Mary did not pray. The people around did not pray. Only Jesus prayed. The people's work was to remove stone, not to pray. What does it mean? Sometimes in Nigeria, those who should be praying are the ones looking for stone to remove, and those who should be removing stone are the one praying. It does not work. Or what it means is that some prayers we do over certain situations is a waste of time. Jesus told them, remove the stone. He didn't tell you to pray. Remove the stone that is covering him. Your work is to remove the stone. He didn't tell them, cast and bind the stone out. Pray the stone out. Poverty in Nigeria cannot be cannot be cast out. It cannot be declared out. It cannot be delivered out. Poverty in Nigeria is caused by stone holding the people in the grave of poverty. And those stones are in the presidency, in National Assembly, in government houses. The Lord is telling us, remove them. Stop praying about them, remove them. And how do you remove them? Remove them through election. When it's time for election, remove the ones that have not performed. And if you even make mistake and elect them, after 1 or 2 years, they are not performing. You can also remove them from peaceful protest. Occupy Aso Rock, occupy the National Assembly, occupy government houses until these stones that are holding people perpetually in poverty are removed. God is saying, remove them. This is the mistake of religious people. We go and gather people all the time from January to December, praying for job, for prosperity and breakthrough. Meanwhile, the people are supposed to be out there removing this stone. I think time has come when and then the body that is in charge of all Muslims, pastors, priests, bishops, religious leaders in Nigeria, time has come for us to organize one powerful crusade where both Christians and Muslims will come And that crusade should take place in the Ego Square, in the National Assembly, in Aso Rock. Occupy the place. Bring the people out, everyone, let them go. And stay there, and the senators and the members of House and the president and ministers, let them go nowhere until they do certain things that they need to do. Or else, remove them. Make them to do what they're supposed to do, or else remove them. Time has come for us to do that. Let's stop every time gathering people to come and pray for breakthrough, whereas the stones have not been removed. Jesus did not remove the stone, no, and the people did not pray. So our positive actions sometimes are all that God needs. He will now do the miracle. We need to remove the stones in Nigeria, the stones that are blocking, or the stones that have held our people in the grave of penury, in the grave of poverty, in the grave of joblessness. I have told you where they are. It is time for Christians and Muslims to mobilize and go and remove those stones, irrespective of where they are, or who they are, or where they are coming from. We just learned that senators took delivery of exotic cars that they ordered. A country that cannot, we don't even know how many centers where COVID-19 victims can be treated. But our senators brought cars worth billions of naira. The defense that they have brought is that they ordered for the car before the outbreak. This virus broke out since last year. When they even budgeted money for that car, everybody was shouting. They still did not hear us. They went and ordered. Oh, yeah, see them now. Money that would have been used to equip hospitals, our leaders are using it to buy expensive cars. Where are they driving to? I don't know. Many of them are in Abuja. Their office is in Abuja. Where would they drive the jeeps to? Whether from our quarters to National Assembly, how many minutes? In US, with the largest economy, senators rent houses. They pay for their houses. But in Nigeria, you give them houses, you give them cars, you give them furniture, allowance, and all of that. These are the stones, so let's remove them. Let's remove them. Let's keep religious, tribal sentiments aside. Remove these stones. I believe in prayer, but the Lord did not tell people around him. Jesus is like a pastor now, or a priest now. This is crusade to raise the dead. Though. He did not tell the people around him, start casting and binding this stone. He told them, remove the stone. We can make them to change some things. For instance, unbundle this concentration of power in one man's hand. Who says that the president must appoint INEC chairman? There should be a process that lands in the president table. What the president should do is to confirm after anybody who is selected has passed certain qualifications. That is objective. Who said that the president should keep appointing inspector general of police? Why can't we have commissioners of police in each state? When it is time to appoint inspector general of police, let the best commissioner, which means the commissioner with the least crime rate in his own state that has overseen, be appointed inspector general of police. Why did presidents in Nigeria have to wake up, appoint anybody they want? They can appoint anybody they want. And sometimes when they do it, they retire those who are put in many years. Why can't we see these things? These are things that Nigerians should take action. These are stones you can remove. Block down, shut down government this until they sign all those things into paper. But they don't need to debate in the house to do all that. There are many things that can be done by the action of the people. Once again, prayer is good though. When the people of Israel were fighting the Amalekites in the desert, they were not praying. Only Moses was praying. The rest were fighting. Religious leaders, pastors and priests, it is time to teach our people to take positive political action. Let's stop congregating people too much for prayer. Sunday worship or once in a weekend, this is enough. All this program for this, power pack this and all of that, from January to December, religious centers are packed and all of that and all of that. Let's take example from Jesus. These people should go and remove stones while we now stay and pray for them. When they remove the stones, see the prayer Jesus said, very simple prayer. Lazarus, come out. He said, Father, I thank you. I know you have always listened to me. But because of these people, that's why I'm asking you this. Lazarus, come out. He came out.
Of the Samoa agreement, I'm glad that they have taken heed to the demand of Nigerians and will draw that agreement. Now, I want to say, Mr. President, we honor and respect your office as the president of this country. But then we demand from you today, and we as citizens of this country, we want to see the action in the next 1 week. Taking proactive position to end bad governance. You must end it. You must rise to the occasion. that we are tired as citizens of this country watching you, watching the members of your cabinet running down this country. Nigeria is blessed and has more than enough to take care of things. I have traveled by road the past 40 days. Just a few days ago, I came by train from Lokoja right to Warri. And I saw the plight and the state of Nigeria. The Minister of Works is failing the call and the responsibility you have given to him. So what we are demanding in the next coming days, we want to see a proactive action, or else the 1st of August 2024, we, the citizens of Nigeria, will take the street and go on a peaceful protest demanding that the end of bad governance is enforced in Nigeria. You must, and I'm not saying you may, I say you must end bad governance in the presidency. How can we, in such a situation where we are, for you and the members of the Senate to approve over 15 billion naira for the house of the vice president, when we already have the place where the prime minister of Britain lives is a 3-bedroom house, and that down street number 10 has been there. They have their own mansions. But when you come as a servant to the people, you must serve the people. That's why the prime minister that suddenly lost his place apologized to the British people for bad governance. We are demanding the judiciary, chief judge or chief judge of Nigeria, whatever name you are called, we Nigerians are demanding from you. You must act on the judiciary. All of these conflict and counter court judgments must come to an end. The most corrupt system in Nigeria is the judiciary. We are demanding the end of it. We are demanding the end of molestation by the police on the ways and the highways. This must come to an end. Today we are demanding every governor, you are not our Lord. You are the servant of the people. It is the people that voted you into power. You must serve the people. You must bring an end to the contractors that have received more than 50% mobilization. All of you contractors, we know you. I drove from Jos to Kano to Jigawa. I drove from Jos to Lokoja. And what I saw with my eyes, I am demanding that all of you contractors that have been paid for you to walk our roads, return back to site, or else Nigerians will respond to you. Today, I am asking churches and mosques, it's time to end all evil religious services. We cannot be living in a nation where people are turning our altars and pulpits in the mosques and in the churches as a place of deception. We want to say all churches and mosques where people are turning it to a commercial center, it must come to an end. It must come to an end. Nigeria must be safe. I want to admonish all members of IBBN, all of you, pastors and imam that are members of IBBN, please, on the 1st of August, if nothing is done, move to every government house and present your protest letter that enough is enough. This time around, we will not retreat until there is a change. Mr. President, we are not asking you to resign, but we are asking you to act. If you don't act, then Nigerians will demand for you to vacate that seat. But now, electoral reform must be enforced. You Apabio, the Senate President, you better behave yourself. Enough is enough. And all of the things you've been doing in the National Assembly, we have been watching it as citizens. But from now, all of you members of the Senate and House of Representatives, you better be the representative of the people. If you don't do that, we will sack you from the National Assembly. I am saying this, that in the coming days, you must rise to occasion and bring about electoral reforms. We, Nigerians, are tired of the manipulation coming from the international community. It's time we solve our problem by ourselves. And I want to say this. That the military must rise up to occasion. You can end this banditry in 2 weeks. We have seen the communication and the statement of Zamfara governor. We've seen other governors. And we realize there are certain men that have vowed that they must not allow peace to reign in Nigeria. You know where the bandits are. You know their location. We are giving you these few days to rise to occasion. And we cannot continue to mobilize money to pay bandits in order to release our people. I recently, a few days ago, I had to raise more than 40 million for the release of a pastor that was arrested and kidnapped by the Boko Haram. But we're saying enough is enough. Enough. You can see my sweat. And I'm saying this, that by the 1st of August, all of you that are in the city of Jos, you are to mobilize yourself to gather at 7 a.m. at the old airport junction for us to take a march to the government house. And all of you across the country, members of IBBN, you must move to the House of Assembly, move to the government house and present your letter of protest. And we are demanding that Africa must get it right. Nigeria is the leader of Africa and we must do things right. God bless Nigeria and God bless Nigerians, and the Lord shine his light upon every Nigerian. Amen.
This is Pastor Enoch Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God in 2012. Please, where is him in 2024? Why his voice is not being heard?
Intend to do this morning, and our Father in the Lord also will be taking a walk leading the headquarter church, the Redeemed Christian Church of God here, through the streets, because we believe when God intervenes, things will get better, and things can get better, and things will get better.
Where is Daddy G.O.? This is Pastor Enoch Adeboye in 2012, protesting against bad governance.
What he's doing today is a kind of a statement. What he's doing today is a statement. And I believe, because if you join, you have been part of the prayer he prayed this morning.
Where is Pastor Enoch Adeboye and the Redeemed Christian Church of God in 2024? Is it because Tinubu is from Osun State? Is it because Pastor Enoch Adeboye is from Osun State? Is it because the duo is from the Yoruba land? Don't we have patriotic Nigerians? Sir, we've not heard your voice. Sir, things are getting worse than before. Things in 2012 was better. 2024 is the worst. Daddy Jew, we have not heard your voice.
When Jonathan was the president, a pastor like Pastor Tunde Bakare he will lead millions of Nigeria, save Nigerian soul. I'm surprised when Nigerian soul need to be saved now. Tunde Bakare have not stood up to say save Nigerian soul. Why? Because of whatever they are benefiting from the government, they cannot be able to speak. Shame unto Pastor Tunde Bakare.
Yes!
Shame unto him.
Yes!
Shame unto him. Why? This is Christian fighting against Christian. What is the offense of Jonathan that this government have not done? Listen, Pastor Tunde Bakare with some other radicals, they will close Ojota. They say save Nigeria. Nigeria needs to be saved now than ever.
Yes, sir!
Amen. I'm not afraid of anybody.
Not at all.
I'm not. Listen. If we need to die for this gospel, I am ready to die.
Hey!
Are you hearing what I'm saying? So that is the highest thing you can use to threaten a man. We have come to the level. If we die, it's profit. If we live, we'll continue to prosper the gospel. I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail.
Yes, sir!
What was it?